Here's now to weather with our chief meteorologist, Dan Sionka, and the Weather Authority Center. Dan, we're seeing those winds down in SoCal, but how are things looking like out here?
A lot better here locally. That's the good news here as we head through the rest of the week. Actually looking at pretty pleasant weather. Let's start with a live look from Domenico's on the wharf tonight. The boats glittering in the harbor late this evening. A little bit of motion in the ocean, but other than that, things pretty calm out there tonight on the Central Coast. We had some wind earlier today. Those wind gusts have really calmed down tonight, kind of leaving us with a pretty pleasant evening. It's cooling off a bit. We're down into the low 50s for many cities around the bay, and many inland valleys already dipping into the 40s tonight. It's going to be a chilly one tomorrow morning for many locations. Let's take a look at a little wider picture here, and we here in California are somewhat sandwiched in between these two larger scale weather systems. Now, the main funneling force of them passed by this morning, so we're kind of on the back side of that now, and then that did move into Southern California today, which is why we saw some of those stronger winds across, well, the Santa Ana winds basically that kicked up. But ultimately, this low is going to move on, and the high will move closer to us but weaken. So it's just going to kind of keep the weather fairly nice here over the next couple of days as the ridge just dominates on the west coast. It's going to still block storm systems well to our north, but eventually it's going to break down. In fact, one system does break through Saturday into Sunday, passing by. Right now, it doesn't look like we're going to get any precipitation from that, but it's possible that may change. At least one model is now trending wetter Saturday to Sunday. I don't have any rain in the forecast right now, but please stay tuned to our forecaster in the coming days and we'll let you know. The better chance of rain is going to come with the secondary system that will drag a cold front through the Central Coast sometime during the day on Monday. Right now, it's trending a little bit later in the day, which is good news for the Veterans Day Parade in Salinas. But ultimately, I do think we're going to see some rain with that system, whether it's Monday, perhaps even into early Tuesday as that one passes by. And it looks like the storm track is going to remain active after that. We are in the rainy season, so that's what we would expect is a weather system coming through every several days. In the meantime, though, dry conditions expected for the next few, and skies will stay clear overnight, and the air will remain somewhat dry. So it's not going to hold on to the heat of the day all that well, which means temperatures are going to be a little chilly by tomorrow morning. Sunrise, 6:38 a.m. Tomorrow, sunny skies, not expecting any clouds, and winds will be light early in the day, and we'll have a little sea breeze kicking into the afternoon. That's what your day looks like. And here's where we're going to top out for our highs tomorrow. If you were watching earlier, these are some new numbers. I just updated them. So 72 in Santa Cruz, 70s in Scotts Valley, Ben Lomond, and Felton. A little cooler up in the hills, 60s as you get into the higher elevations, but Capitola should be a nice day tomorrow, 71. East Shore of the Bay, mostly 70s with the exception of Castroville at 69. Mid-70s to Salinas, low to mid-70s in our northern valleys. On over to the peninsula, another real nice day tomorrow. We'll see highs in the upper 60s to low 70s, including Monterey and Seaside in the 70s tomorrow. And farther south, we'll see mostly 70s. I do want to draw your attention. I did drop my lows in Bradley and Parkfield tomorrow morning. Notice there's some color on the map. You might not be able to see it because there's a bar on the bottom of your screen, but portions of San Luis Obispo County are actually under a frost advisory, and we're just on the outside of that. I did move Bradley and Parkfield into the upper 20s overnight. So if you do have any very sensitive vegetation in those locations, like plants, tropical plants sitting on the porch, maybe bring them inside. It's going to be pretty chilly overnight. So here's that 7-day forecast for coastal cities. And as we look for the next several days, temperatures cool a little bit as we head into the weekend, and clouds will be on the increase. Low-level moisture levels will increase as well as onshore flow commences. Best chance of rain is going to be on Monday. Could linger into Tuesday. It'll be cooler and windier during that period as well. Inland area is also pretty seasonable here for the next several days, including this weekend, even with the increase in clouds. You'll definitely be cooler next week, though. And again, we're going to keep an eye on that rain as we head into Veterans Day. It looks like we're going to see a good chance, but probably not heavy.